Hello, guys, and we are here for some awesome game day bingo. We are super excited to be here live streaming to those Pilot TVs, Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, as well as the Twitch app. Our channel name is MegaSota on both YouTube Live and Twitch.
Absolutely. We would love to hear you guys, or where you guys are watching us at, really, and letting us know what streaming platform or really any of those locations you're watching us at, too. We definitely want to see you guys out there playing alongside us as we have a ton of fun bingo ahead of us for today. We have a lot of great jackpots on the line, and hopefully you guys can take home one of those great prizes. Just this past weekend, we were able to give out 12 different jackpots, which was awesome to see. Nicely done to all of our different jackpot winners. It made our total for the last 7 days 25 different jackpots to go out, and our total for season 15, as this officially marks the 1 weeker, 25 jackpots. Awesome to see, and we're going to get started off with that jackpot that went out on Friday morning as Jeff A. Carvey was playing over at the Rusty Nail 2 St. Stephen. They got to take home $1,148. Nicely done.
Yeah, good job to them. It's always funny to figure out how we say names differently, as I would have said Jeff, A.K. Irvy, uh, uh, for that name, and you went with Jeff A. Curvy, which
Mm-hmm.
I like that pronunciation as well. We got balls dropping in this game, number one, 15 balls away for some of these players, as we got these great prizes available for you. Second jackpot to go out on that lovely weekend. We had Andy over at Moose Lodge, Waite Park, take on $1,008.25.
Absolutely. Great job there. We also had John on Friday taking home that awesome pilot payday jackpot, $2,500. Nicely done to John, who was playing over at American Legion Lake Crystal.
Yeah, good job to you. The final prize on Friday went out to Irene Jones over at the Poorhouse of Clark's, taking home $6,191. Congratulations, Irene Jones, as that just feels like a cinematic character name.
Yeah, I had a Miss Irene that lived next door to me in my childhood
Oh.
home, and she very much was like a cinematic character with bright red lipstick every single day overlined. She always had a flower tucked into whatever she
hmm
was wearing, and she very much was that strange, like eclectic neighbor woman who was 75 and lived on her own, and she very much had her own lore, and it was very
That's
funny.
super funny. No, I think of like a main character of like I don't know, like Ghost Whisperers or whatever it is. Like that her character could be like named Irene Jones because she would be pretentious enough to have her name include her middle name.
Mm.
I just feel like you have to have one of those kind of main characters where they're like, "Call me Irene Jones," and you're like, "Why Irene Jones? Your last name's Sean." Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, so that's
Very funny stuff. Yeah, I'm trying to think of the one. There's a TV show with the character with the last name Jones. That's right in the title, and I've been trying to think about it, but I've been stuck on it.
Yeah, we got KG2 over at Lookout Bar and Grill taking home our Musco prize of $10.10 in this game. Great job to you, KG2, as we now get rolled into this game number two with just 2 minutes and 20 seconds to get enrolled. 54 balls or less for that minor jackpot as we get enrolled into this game number two, so don't miss out.
Absolutely. Well, nicely done to Irene Jones. Whoever you are, you got to take home a great jackpot, and so we want to congratulate you. We also had some more jackpots we need to highlight. Getting it started off on Saturday, as John C was playing over at the Sidewalk Saloon and Grill. They got to take home a huge jackpot of $5,527.
Yeah, good job to you, John C. John Cena.
Mm.
We also had Ben W over at L&M Bar take on $1,124.
Absolutely nicely done. Next up, we had Craig. Craig took home a huge jackpot, the largest one of the whole weekend, playing over at Carl's Corner. He got to take home $11,873 while playing. Nicely done to Craig.
Liar. Uh,
Is it not the largest?
no, it isn't. It isn't.
Wow.
Craig, you were really, really close, but not quite getting the largest. We'll go over that largest jackpot for the final jackpot to go out on Sunday. But I have one more to go out to talk about before that. As Wotrap over at the Wildcat Bar and Grill took home $2,200 on a nice jackpot win.
Absolutely. And it's actually the final jackpot winner of Saturday as WWWW over at Katie O'Leary's got to take home the largest jackpot, $12,301 while playing Nicely Done to WWWW.
Yeah, when I called you out there, I felt like I was back in my little Catholic school playing the version of BS that we played, a liar.
Liar,
Yeah, exactly. And so when you said that was the largest one, liar,
the PG version.
the PG version of that game. Well, moving on to our jackpots going out on Sunday, as we had Herb over at the Double Wide get our Sunday started off with a $5,147 dollar jackpot.
Absolutely nicely done. We also had a couple more jackpot winners as Slick was playing over at the Doghouse Maplewood and they got to take home $1,004.
A great prize went out to Hi E Jen over at Mancini's Char House, taking home $7,630. Great job to all 12 of our winners this weekend. Can't wait to get more people added to this jackpot list on this lovely Monday.
Absolutely. That is some great stuff. And one more shout out to all those jackpot winners. Make sure you guys are checking out all the different games we have. If you get to take home over that $600 amount, you'll get a call from Jen and get highlighted in our jackpot list. You guys definitely want to stay up to date with everything going on with Pilot Games so you can stay in the know of when you guys need to be here playing. You guys can head on over to our Facebook page. Once you search up Pilot Games and you head on over, give us a like and follow. That way you'll be able to keep up with all of our weekly bingo schedules, seeing where all of those big progressives have grown to, and even more there. You guys can send your player pictures and even go and click that website link that's at the top of our Facebook page. It's got direct links to all of our other social media for you guys to interact with, as well as all the locations around Minnesota that you guys can play Pilot Games and all of our streaming platforms on there as well.
Yeah, it's just the hub of all things Pilot Games on that Facebook page. A click away for you guys who are avid Pilot Games players. As we got some avid Pilot Games players out there today. Moss, one of those big time players that's always out there getting wins. Hot Messes out there as well, as I don't know if I regularly see that name, but I do think it's a fun one as you're playing over at Jimmy's Food and Drink. We're still working on these nice minor, major, and mega prize. But even if we do click past these prizes, we got that nice $7.90 must go prize. As we're working through this game number 2, we'll be playing 12 games of Game Day Bingo with you guys live, getting after this minor, major, and mega prize. Every time that minor prize does not go out, it clicks up 2 balls, getting more exciting every single game. So we plan on hopefully giving out the minor prize multiple times during this lunchtime. If not, it should be a lot of fun no matter what, as we'll be playing this all the way till 1 p.m. At 1 p.m., we'll be switching on over to a Lucky 4 bingo matchup with the largest jackpot on the line, $109,259 available in that singular game of Lucky 4 bingo at 1 o'clock. Before we get into that game day bingo from 1 to 4, we do have a winner here.
That's right. Toes is going to take home a great prize, $7.90. They're playing over at Big Louie's Bar and Grill Crystal. Nicely done on this round of Game Day Bingo. Make sure you guys continue to get enrolled in what will be our next round as all 3 of these great jackpots just continue to grow.
Yep, this will be a round number 3 with that minor prize at 56 balls or less. But like I left off on, Game Day Bingo will be running from 1 all the way till 4 p.m. You'll be getting after that minor, major, and mega prize. Whatever prizes did not go out during me and Jordy's lunchtime all the way till 1 p.m. 4 p.m., though, we'll switch on over to that Lucky 4 Bingo, your second shot at that $109,000 that has been growing throughout the last few weeks. Me and Jordy will be back tonight, though, for some great Skull Bingo.
That's right. You guys definitely want to be coming out tonight from 4 to 6 to try your hand at Skull Bingo. We're starting off already with a line prize at $173. It's going to be sitting at 10 balls or less like it usually does. We've got that large tray at $1,902 that can be taken home in 43 balls or less. Not to mention that coverall jackpot sitting at $17,770, sitting at 50 balls or less. Now, is this the line prize progressive that we are capping off?
Nope.
All right. You guys definitely want to be coming out for that, as those prizes will just continue to grow if they don't go out, and just waiting to go into one of your awaiting pockets during that 4 to 6 time.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun at 6 p.m. We'll then switch back on over to that final game of Lucky for Bingo, as you'll have that third shot at $109,000 if it didn't go out at 1 or at 4 p.m. This will be your final 6 p.m. Lucky for Bingo before we get into some pilot payday action for those times. As Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 6 p.m., we replace that Lucky for Bingo with Pilot Payday. It's a $2,500 must go prize, 10 cents a card to play. It's a lot of fun to come out on those Wednesday, Thursdays, and Fridays. But back to today's schedule, as from 6 to 10 tonight, you guys will be playing that game day bingo once again, getting after that mega, major, and minor prize. We will be interrupting that great game day bingo with some PGL special nights with the upcoming nights.
That's right. Tomorrow night at 6:40 p.m., you guys can check out MegaSota Game Night, the first specialty night of the week for you guys, and it's the only show that Tony and Nikki get to host. They have a lot of fun playing those tournament-style games and giving out PGL points galore. So make sure you guys are coming on out for MegaSota Game Night tomorrow at 6:40. Now, the day after that, on Wednesday nights, we have a Wild Wednesday that happens each and every week at 7 p.m. on Wednesday nights. It's the show that Ian and I get the privilege of hosting, as we host our own specialty night where we have those great PGL points to hand out and all the different games we have. And you definitely want to be coming out for that, as there are so many cash prizes just waiting to get in your pockets.
Yeah, they're both those specialty nights are a lot of fun, whether you're coming out for Megasota Game Night or Wild Wednesday. If you're coming out for either of those nights, sign up at pgl.world and become a member of our league so you can compete for our top 10 standings. As we're competing in this game right here, we are going to hop into some national days. Our first one is National Career Coach Day. Each year on January 8th, we celebrate National Career Coach Day and recognize the important work of career coaches across the United States.
Absolutely. This is definitely a very important one. I feel like I should have taken the time to speak with more career coaches while
Hmm.
I was younger and going still in high school or freshly out of high school. I think that it would definitely have benefited me to go and speak and kind of get a brighter range of knowledge on different fields I could be going into potentially.
Yeah, I definitely think so. I personally am one that doesn't understand a job explained to me. Like, not that I don't understand what they're saying to me, but I don't understand whether I'll enjoy it or not being explained to me.
Hmm.
I need to go and do things. So having career coaches that can go connect me with people I can then go
Shadow
shadow
and
and
intern.
actually truly see what the work looks like. That's where I can really find whether I was, interested in the work or not.
Absolutely, I agree with that as well. I had some of my best experiences going out on job sites and getting that firsthand
Hmm.
experience, and it really did open my eyes to things that I wouldn't necessarily want to be doing long term.
Yeah, there was for a very long time. Well, I'll talk more
Yeah.
about it after we highlight KG2 over at the Lookout Bar and Grill, taking home another must go prize in this game day bingo. $12.90 on this one, as we now get enrolled into a game number 4 of game day bingo, with that minor prize clicking up from 56 to 58 balls or less, getting more exciting. But I was going to say that one that really helped me understand for a long time, I wanted to be a special education teacher. And as my mom worked in the field, I'd always been somewhat involved all growing up. And so then I always thought, that was a passion of mine. And so my senior year of high school, I ended up being a teacher's assistant for a special education classroom. And I just found myself drained after every single day. And it's nothing against those kids, and it's nothing, but you need to have the spirit to be able to be energetic with them, be able to come in with every day with a pep in your step, and it just wasn't doing that for me. And it's just the difference between something that you enjoy to do and a true passion of yours. And you want to find those true passions in your career field, and that's why you go to those career coaches.
Absolutely. I think that schools nowadays are doing a better job of getting career coaching in place
Hmm.
that junior or sophomore year when you're starting to take those aptitude tests and everything. Because you get those tests. I feel like there was only one career cruising exam or test that I took, and it gave me ideas that I really hadn't thought of. And some of them really did broaden my horizons, like the finance field, which I'm currently getting my degree in.
Uh
But
huh.
there's also ones that just never in a million years I would have touched with a 10-foot pole.
I hated career cruising. It gave me
Yeah,
things that I was not passionate about.
I
Like, it
agree.
just gave me things that I didn't want to do.
Hmm.
And so it meant nothing to me. I felt like it was the most useless thing ever to do because it was
Yeah,
like be a vending machine, like
repairman.
repairman, and be a, and it would tell me like all these really terrible things. And I was like, wow, this is not what I want. Like, this is
Yeah,
not what I do. Half the kids in my classroom that were sitting next to me were just trying to get the option that popped up professional athlete. And so they were just binge putting in whatever they could to get that thing. I did it a few times to try and get professional athlete because it didn't matter at the time. Because even if I did try to fill out what I wanted, it would give me something like it wouldn't give me career fields that I was ever interested in.
yeah. And so now I feel as if they're putting real life bodies in place to go and
Yes.
teach these kids of different areas and getting people from different professionals in different fields to come in and speak. And that is definitely a lot more effective with today's youth trying to find those niche things that they might want to follow in their career
Yeah,
paths.
exactly. You want to look at it and be like, "Oh, that's cool." Well, happy National Career Coach Day. Next up, we got National Winter Skin Relief Day. Uh, as winter kicks into high gear, National Winter Skin Relief Day on January 8th reminds us all the ways to keep our skin from withering under the harshest of elements. The dropping temperatures outside and rising thermostats inside sap the amount of moisture in the air. Our skin is first to notice.
Absolutely. I have dry skin.
Yeah, I have definitely found myself with a lot drier skin. I think, one, I need to get better about just like
Moisturizing.
moisturizing, but also I think just getting the humidifiers in my apartment right now is just need to get that going, as it's just so dry in here that even when I do put on that
Yeah.
moisturizer, my skin irritates all up because it's so dry in the atmosphere. And it's not enjoyable at all, and it's just a constant cycle of unenjoyable skin with the winter.
Absolutely. I have a really hard time in the winter with cracked corners of my lips. My nose gets
Hmm.
very irritated as I'm just typically more congested in the winter as people get. And it's definitely one that you need to take into consideration with those humidifiers and everything. Just making sure you're keeping that moisture in your body and even just making sure you're consuming the amount of water that you're supposed to be will help tenfold.
Oh, absolutely.
And so this is definitely a very big one to remember on today as we are kind of getting into the heart of winter now as we are officially seeing snow for the first and we're dipping lower than 40s. And so it's definitely one to remember because in these next couple months it's going to be brutal.
Minnesota's been there for a minute.
Yeah.
But we got one ride take Nick's over at Shore 96, taking home that nice must go prize of $15.10. Good job to you as we now get enrolled into this game number 5 of Game Day Bingo. In this game number 5, that miner will be clicking up from 58 to 60 balls or less, getting more exciting as we get through these games. Just 2 minutes and 17 seconds to get enrolled into this upcoming game with over $200 available on that minor jackpot.
Absolutely. And as you guys are getting enrolled in this game, we're going to jump into our next national day. So remember to moisture as it is that winter skin relief day. Next up, we have National Clean Off Your Desk Day. And the second Monday in January each year recognizes National Clean Off Your Desk Day. This is a very important one, and I can tell you that both parties in our household could definitely stand to celebrate this day.
Yeah, I definitely could use cleaning off my desk, but that just matters if you're considering what we're on right now as
Yes.
my desk, or if we
Yes, it
consider
is.
what's downstairs my desk, because my desk downstairs is very clean. And so
That's not what I consider his desk.
uh, I've owned that desk for a long time, and I use it randomly to write the script. And I don't use this to write the broadcast script. So I only use this is the broadcast table, not my desk. So I'm just gonna say that the broadcast table 100% needs to get picked up. But happy National Clean Off Your Desk Day. It gets so cluttered at times whenever you're through the busyness of work, different papers being put on your desk, different folders getting spread about. It's gets messy, and it's very easy to let your desk get messy. So on today, take that little bit of time, even though it usually only takes about 5 minutes to clean up your desk, take that little bit of extra time to do so on today.
Absolutely. It is definitely an important one, and it's a great one to get your year started off right. Happy National Clean Off Your Desk Day. Next up, we have National Joy Germ Day. And on January 8th, National Joy Germ Day annually reminds people across the country that by being positive and treating people with kindness, they can influence those around them and pass that positive attitude on to others. When they share good moods, we impact the lives of people around us, and those people become infected with what that same positive energy and joy and spreading it to others.
Yeah, this is an awesome day. I completely agree with this. As you hang around people that are happy, you're going to be happier. You hang around people that are sad, you're going to be sadder. And so try and, be that positive person within your friends, your family, your loved ones' life. And hopefully that little joy germ can spread on over to them.
Absolutely. I very much see this with random strangers in public, and I love that. With the whole pass it on notion where you'll buy the person behind you's coffee and they keep doing it in a chain of people. I love when that happens in drive throughs or when you're holding the door open or you're passing carts along to the next person in the grocery store. Those simple acts are super kind, and they'll think about that as they're leaving and they'll do it to the next person. And it's definitely one that spreads that positivity.
Oh, absolutely. Well, spread the joy on today as who doesn't want to have a good, happy day? To hopefully push your good old Monday to have a great week.
Oh, yeah.
We got 9 balls away for some of these players as we got hot messes right now. 7 balls away. You're trying to have a hot, happy Monday as this is your final Monday before you got to go back to college. And so you've been enjoying your little bit of winter break. What has been your favorite part of your winter break off of school?
The amount of time I have to read.
Yes. Okay.
I was able to finish like 7 books before the new year ended.
What was you originally had set your book goal? That was your New Year's resolution last
Mhm.
year. Was that you wanted to read? I think it was 40
40 books was my goal.
40 books. You had gotten to 40 books within 3 months, I'm
Yeah,
pretty
by
sure,
April.
of reading. And so then you had then set your book total to 100. You got to 100 as well. What was your end total by the end of the year?
I read 127 books in 2023, and Goodreads actually does a really cool thing where it's almost like a Spotify wrapped, and
Uh-huh.
it'll tell you the genres that you delve into the most for the year, what really caught your attention, what was your longest read, your shortest read, and it even tracks the number of pages that you read in the entirety of the year.
Sweet.
And that was what really took me off guard was seeing that. We do have a winner here as Lornat over at Don's Corner Bar in Dundas is getting to take away $31 on that awesome Musco prize. Nicely done here in this great round number 5. We're going to be getting enrolled in our game number 6 for Game Day Bingo. We've got all of those jackpots just growing. That minor jackpot at almost $250. You definitely want to be getting enrolled.
Yeah, I'll be sitting at 62 balls or less. I always say it. We usually give it out, but at 60 balls or less. But sometimes it goes past it and it ups that ante as we get through it. 2 minutes to get enrolled into this one. 62 balls or less for $270. But Jordy was talking about the mass amount of pages you read this year.
Yeah, over 57,000 pages.
57,000 pages. That is incredible.
Woot woot.
Definitely a cool one. If you're reading like little kid books where they only had about 3 words per page, you would have been in the millions.
Yeah. But it's super fun stuff, and anything that brings you that joy, setting this new year on the right foot is definitely an important one. So spread that joy germ and get infected by whatever positivity can be brought your way.
Next up is National English Toffee Day. National English Toffee Day celebrates favored confection that has been enjoyed across the country for generations. This sweet treat comes with some confusion concerning the difference between English toffee and just plain toffee. Despite the confusion, it's an enjoyable confection no matter how you crack it. Definitely an interesting one on today, National English Toffee Day. And we're going to spend a little bit of time today to find out those differences in the toffee.
Absolutely, as I actually did not know that there was different types of toffee or that
Yeah.
English toffee might even be something separate. But there is one significant difference between the British toffee and American toffee, however, and that is that British can make their toffee with only brown sugar, not any white. While they typically do not add nuts, they will add a layer of chocolate as well. So that is definitely a nice touch added to the British toffee, but that American toffee is one that uses that white confectioner sugar.
Ah, very interesting. So a little bit of change up there. I wonder if I tried the differences. I've never eaten. I don't eat toffee enough to be able to know the difference between a British or an
I'm
English
sure.
coffee, but a toffee. But I would love to try them side by side to really get a true taste of what's the difference between an English toffee or an American toffee. Do you think you would? Do you?
English.
You're
Brown sugar is better than white sugar in any form.
That's what I was gonna take my leaning towards as well. As I think that you never can go wrong with brown sugar.
Absolutely. I think that'd be absolutely delicious. I have only ever tried American toffee as I typically get it kind of mixed into candy bars.
Oh.
As that's actually my favorite Hershey's bar is that symphony bar, and it's got toffee and almonds in it, and it's
Mm.
absolutely delicious mixed with milk chocolate.
Very, very cool stuff. Yeah, I've never been a huge toffee guy myself. I've
I don't
always
think
kind
I
of
could
avoided
like
it.
eat it like that. I think the feeling of it being stuck to my teeth like that would be a
Oh,
little unsettling for me or not very
but
enjoyable.
it being mixed within the
But
bar.
little bits. It's almost like that Heath or like
Yeah.
that Butterfinger where it needs to be like
Yeah.
not just a lot, but in little pieces.
I completely agree. I
Yes.
know what you're talking about. Happy National English Toffee Day. And if you have any way to get your hands on some English toffee, do so on today and enjoy. We got players right now, 6 balls away, working on these awesome prizes here. We do have that Mega still at $10,000, Major still at $1,000. But the one we are aiming for is that minor jackpot. $294.51 you could take home in 62 balls or less. And we got hot messes and FDSH right now. FDSH 3 balls away. Even if we miss out on these prizes, we do have a $41 must go prize that we're working on as well.
We're going to be jumping into our next national day as well, as it is National Argyle Day. And National Argyle Day on January 8th celebrates the pattern derived from the tartan of Clan Campbell of Argyll in Western Scotland. Oh my goodness. The Scottish Highlanders have worn the design in kilts and plaids and patterned socks that are also known as tartan hose since the 17th century. Each year it is recognized and honored on today.
Well, we do have a winner here as a no-show over at McPete's Sports Bar and Grill. In this game number 6, we'll be taking home $294.51. Great job to you, no-show, taking home that jackpot prize prize, as we will now be getting enrolled into a game number 7 of Game Day Bingo. In this game number 7, that minor prize will be reverting back to 52 balls or less, but that $40 must go prize will be growing and rolling into this game right here. So just 2 minutes and 15 seconds to get enrolled as we talk more about the great pattern of Argyle.
Absolutely. Now, you have, I think, said to me that you are not the biggest fan of Argyle. I personally am in certain takes or different patterns. I don't necessarily love that kind of bright, like, static
Uh huh.
pattern argyle, but I like those, like, crew neck sweaters that have just, like, the one big band of argyle around the center,
Okay.
or that, I'm a big fan of those, or cardigans with it. I can't say that I love that bright, like, the pink and green argyles or, like, the
Yeah, yeah. I don't think I necessarily I think you can I think a woman in like a business casual type with sweater vest can rock a good
Mhm. Yeah, I
argyle.
like it more in, like, a dark academia type style
Yeah.
instead of that bright polo golf style.
Yeah, I personally don't love it on myself,
Yeah,
but
no.
I don't think my style really suits argyle. But there are people that can look great with argyle,
Absolutely.
and I agree with you. I do like a more simple argyle, not one that covers the entire t-shirt. Uh, but cool one on today.
Very versatile.
It is a versatile design as
Yeah, what started off in kilts and plaids only in the Scottish Highlands has now become such a versatile pattern and textile used all across different styles. Whether the baseline is, though, that typically it's now considered a preppy print, which is super funny that it originally came from Scotland.
Yeah, definitely a cool one. Next up on our National Day list is National Bubble Bath Day. On a cold winter day, relaxing in a nice, warm, hot bubble bath sounds like a perfect way to commemorate National Bubble Bath Day. It is no wonder we celebrate it annually on January 8th, National Bubble Bath Day.
Absolutely. I mean, how could you not love a good bubble bath?
I just love saying it like that. It all started with Big Mouth,
Yeah,
and now I like it more than the show itself.
it's
Uh,
not hard to.
no, it's not. But
That's a very classic phrase though from it.
oh, absolutely. But bubble baths,
I'm a big fan of bubble
I haven't
baths.
took a bubble bath in years because I haven't had a tub
I
to be able to
agree.
do so. But it's always a nice time when you can just like relax in. I'm not looking for cleanliness when I'm hopping in a
No,
bubble
it's
bath.
relaxation.
I'm looking for a relaxation, some me time where I don't got to deal with anybody.
Absolutely. As I'm typically one to shower after my bubble baths anyway because I don't like suds or anything
I get
being
that.
residual on my body. And so I'll definitely always give a courtesy little, even if it is just a rinse off if I didn't wash my hair or even get it wet while in a bubble bath. But I am a big fan of them in general. And just a few years ago for my birthday, actually, I was able to get a lovely little one room Airbnb that overlooked a cherry orchard. And it had a huge, huge, deep tub that probably went up to like chest height with depth as you were sitting, and it was just so lovely. And that was probably the last time I really got to enjoy a full-fledged bubble bath. But now that I am out of apartment living or in like that college style
Hmm.
bathroom, I can definitely start to dip my toes in the bubble bath field once again.
Yeah, no, I took bubble baths back when I could go take a bath in my grandparents' bathroom because they had a giant jacuzzi tub
Mhm.
that you could just like relax in. I would go and grab some bath salts and throw it in there to relax and absorb into my muscles after like a long. I would be like a
Yeah.
halfway through my football season and my body would just start feeling banged up. And taking one of those baths, I'd relax, do a nice deep stretch, and it would just help reset my body once again. And so that was really the only times I used bubble baths. It was more to take
Like
as
salt soaks.
yeah, salt soak so that I could relax my muscles after a long football season. But those were some of the best just relaxation times I've had.
We do have a winner here as Shoeworms gets to take home $57.30 on that awesome Musco prize. They're playing at McHugh's Grill and Bar in Savage. Nicely done to that awesome player in this great round of school or of game day bingo. We're going to be getting enrolled in our next round, and you definitely want to be a part of it.
Yeah, game number 8 of game day bingo. So make sure you're getting enrolled in press and play. 54 balls or less for the minor prize. As we talk a bit about some Twins news, as last year, the highlight of the Twins baseball was certainly the October postseason atmosphere. While that will never be recreated in April, the organization is looking to a closer facsimile of it. New seating plans are coming in 2024, and that means the experience changes for fans. At the beginning of December, KARE11 reported that the Twins would be selling tickets only for the main bowl of the ballpark for April games this year. Those sections include the entirety of 100 levels, as well as 229 through 240 and 321 through 334. Season tickets are obviously sold through the ballpark, but fans with tickets in the terrace section will be automatically upgraded for the final 10 games in April.
Really?
Yeah, I think
All
that's super
right.
fun. So it looks like if you guys are there in April, and your seats may be improving into that nice area for you to be able to view and get a better get in more shouting range for our Twins players, so you could be rooting them on. Another way to root on our Twins players to play the great ETAB game that we teamed up with the Minnesota Twins for, called Twins Win. You can even check out the Home Run Derby bonus round in that game. See if you can take home some Grand Slam prizes. It's always a lot of fun playing that great twin themed game.
Oh yeah, we love that awesome ETAB game, and you guys can play it wherever you guys are playing pilot games. If you guys are out there playing live with us right now, though, you get to play these game day bingo games all the way till 1 p.m. before that awesome game of Lucky Four. During these rounds of lucky or of game day bingo, you guys get to take home these cash prizes and points towards the game day bingo standings. We have those awesome standings from season 14 we need to talk about with you guys as they are solidified with their reigning champ, and we're going to be jumping into those player standings right now for you.
10th place is Brizo at the Pub 500 with 63,000 points. 65,000 points in ninth place, it's Nan at Corky's Bar South Haven. 8th place is Towley at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards with 71,000 points. As we then hop into a three-way tie in 5th place, and that's between Super D over at the Shore 96, Why Not Me over at Beatles Bar and Grill, and Mad Dog over at Egan's Arm Public House. They all have 78,000 points, ending off that season 14. 4th place was Mike at the Sherwood Lounge with 100,000 points, as we had 103,000 points for the 3rd place player, Rock Ryder at the Incline Station Bowling Center. 2nd place was Mikey Mike at the Old Piper in Blaine with 105,000 points, as we have Call Me Jen over at JR Mac with 243,000 points. Great job to all of those players, earning a ton of points while playing those awesome game day bingo games like you guys are playing right here, earning some points currently for season 15.
Absolutely. And we have those locations to talk about with you guys as well. Starting it off in 10th place, it's Eagles Mankato. They have 140,000 points. With 147,000 points in ninth place, we have Shady's Railside. While in 8th, we have the Sherwood Lounge with 155. 166 for 7th place, Leo's Bar Newmarket. While in 6th, we have Boulevard Tavern sitting with 182,000. 186,000 for 5th place, the Country Lounge. While in 4th, Old Piper in Blaine has 196,000. 285,000 for 3rd place, J.R. Mack. 2nd place, VFW Spring Lake Park has 328,000 points. And our champions from last season, number 1, Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards, 366,000 points for them.
Congratulations to Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards, as well as Call Me Jen, the number 1 player and the number 1 location in season 14 for those awesome game day bingo standings. Well, let's see who gets the win in this season 15, as we'll be giving out $13.10 cents to Marie, as well as Call Me Rich. Marie's playing at the Sunshine Depot. And over at Maynard's of Excelsior, it is Call Me Rich. Good job to both of our players in that awesome game number 8 of Game Day Bingo. As we now get enrolled into a game number 9 with our jackpot minor prize clicking up from 54 to 56 balls or less. Continuing to get more exciting as we get on through these games. But if you guys want to look for some excitement outside of our Game Day Bingo, you can check out some of our favorite eTab games. We have over 70 different charitable eTab games that you can play anytime. Win huge prizes up to $1,500. All games have small bets between 50 cents and $5. With awesome bonus and free playgrounds in those games, we'd love for you to check them out. One of our newest eTab games, it's called Sherlock Holmes. It's got 3 different fantastic bonus rounds where you can take home some huge prizes in 2 of them, or you can try and find some sneaky clues in that Where's Watson skill challenge. It's always a lot of fun earning those points while playing a great eTab game, Sherlock Holmes.
Absolutely. You guys can go and check out all of our great eTab games. Today, I'm going to be highlighting a little Diesel Freaks. It's a really old and tried and true eTab game that's been around and it's known and loved. It's got really fun characters in there and some great prizes to be won. Definitely go and check out all the different eTab games we have, though, and let us know which one is your favorite.
Absolutely. We love those eTabs. You can even send in a player picture with you holding up your eTab, just like maybe some of these players that are right next to Jordy
Oh,
under that
yeah.
hashtag pile of games.
Oh,
As you guys are working on this, though, we do have a little bit of music history, as this one is a fun one because it mixes together a few things that I like: music and football. And in 2018, the College Football National Championship game stages a halftime show for the first time with Kendrick Lamar taking the stage. Georgia is up 13-0 at the break. I was celebrating as a Georgia Bulldog fan. I spent a good 8 years down in Georgia. I was screaming my head off in this game. But then it came down to it, and Alabama came back to win that game 26-23. I was down in Mexico when this happened, and I was crying as I drank my sorrows away.
that is so funny. Yeah, it just seems like Kendrick got Alabama hyped for that second half.
Yeah, and it was a trend for the last few years of that Georgia team was that Kirby Smart would come in, he would outcoach Nick Saban through the first half, and then in the second half he'd end up losing to Nick Saban, and they'd come back and win, and it was a trend, and it was a really sad point, and this was the game that Tua Tagovailoa, now the starting quarterback
Yeah.
for the Miami Dolphins, he actually came in and replaced Jalen Hurts, Jalen Hurts is the starting
Really?
quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles, but he lost his starting spot because of losing that game 13-0. Tua came in, slang the ball around, and was able to make the comeback happen. And both of them ended up having really good college careers. And I think Jalen Hurts then transferred to Oklahoma after that, and it worked out for both of them as they both start in the NFL now.
Wow. This is your pop culture knowledge.
Yeah, I just letting you know all the just randomness I know of this stuff.
Absolutely. That's awesome, though. And that's great stuff. Kendrick taking the stage in 2018 at that game. Super fun stuff.
I
Have
don't.
we had the Super Bowl halftime announced yet for this year?
I don't know. Probably if I had to guess, but we can look up what the Super Bowl halftime is, as that is always fun to find out.
Yeah, I really want to know. Oh. It's gonna be Usher, baby.
Yeah, I'm down with it. I like Usher. I
Okay,
think
but
it's fun.
last year was so fun.
Yeah, I mean, we all know that it's not going to be just Usher. That's kind of been the trend of the Super Bowl recently, is that they've been just throwing out as many artists that they can at the halftime show, and so maybe
Yeah.
he's the headliner, but like I'm sure there'll be quite a few other different
It's gonna
celebs
take
there.
a lot to top 50 Cent being upside down for me at the last year's. That I like lost my mind when I was like, is that 50 Cent? That's 50 Cent.
It was so funny. It was so funny.
Yeah,
Well,
that's a
definitely.
high bar set.
Yeah, we definitely love halftime shows for those
Yes.
awesome games. I think last time we were at a Vikings game, we got to see T-Pain perform a halftime
That was
show.
so fun.
It was
Yeah,
super
I
fun.
was like, wait, they put on a concert?
Yeah,
It was him and we were right on the side he was performing too. It was so fun.
it was great. We do have BOC over at uh, Tailgate Sports Cafe in Padwagon. Great job to you, BOC. I love the location name, $15.80 going out
Seems like
to
a
you,
great crew.
as you are just barely missing out on that minor jackpot by 3 balls. That minor prize will be clicking up once again from 56 to 58 balls or less, getting more exciting as we get through these games.
Well, the next one in music history is a pretty big one, as this artist took the kind of millennial stage by storm. In 2021, 17-year-old Olivia Rodrigo, known as an actress on various Disney shows, releases her debut single, Driver's License, a heart wrenching song that tops the charts in many territories, including America, where it stays at #1 for 8 continuous weeks.
Yeah, definitely some big stuff there. I didn't even know she was an actress beforehand. Is
I did.
she must have been in like what 20
I'll
year
tell you
olds
what she
viewed as like a
I'll tell you what she's in, because she was only in one thing.
what?
She was in the High School Musical, the musical Disney TV show. And
Oh,
that was I
okay.
watched that over COVID, and she was just a little teen in it.
Uh-huh.
And the boy who like plays Troy in it, they
Uh-huh.
dated in real life, and
Oh,
then
they
he went
grew
on
up.
to date a separate Disney star, and then this song came out. And that's what
Oh.
started this whole thing that she created, was this like breakup
Yeah. Okay.
huge thing that it was like all Olivia Rodrigo, and today's the day that marks the beginning of it.
Wow. Well, I know that Olivia Rodrigo's huge artist. She's been
Absolutely.
now pumping out a bunch of big
Yeah.
hits and
Now I'm a
people
fan of her
just
music,
gobble it
but
up. And so definitely cool stuff there. I did
yeah.
think that Driver's License was a very well sung song from what
She's
I
got a
heard.
nice voice,
Sh-
but I just really wasn't into the message she was sending at the time. I just couldn't relate to it.
Yeah, she's also just yeah, for me, she's a little girly pop, and so then like it's hard for me to relate to a lot of her music. But I know that she does a good job with it,
Yeah.
and so
But
I'm
now her little punk takes on stuff are a lot more fun and are a lot more transitionable between
I haven't
artist
listened to any
groups.
of her newer stuff, so don't know what
You'd probably
that
hear it on
is.
TikTok and stuff, but that's
Maybe.
probably like the extent of it. But super fun stuff. Olivia Rodrigo, Driver's License being released on today. She's huge all over social media right now. She's even been on SNL since then. Awesome stuff, and good job releasing that heart wrenching
I
song.
always get her and Dua Lipa mixed up.
Very similar looking individual ladies.
Yeah, they just both look like models as they
Yeah,
sing,
Dua
kind of
Lipa's
thing.
like 10 years older than her though.
Yeah, I know that. I
Yeah.
just in my head because I have only seen like them pop up on like my For You page and I
Mhm.
scrolled past them afterwards. And so they're just both just
Yeah.
they pop into my head as the same person. But
Yeah.
definitely a cool one. Driver's License coming out on today. I know that was a huge song for a lot of people. Well, what's huge here at Pilot Games is the PGL.World, also known as the Pilot Gambling League. And if you head on over to PGL.World, you can become a member of that league. You can get access to insider information, which includes a monthly newsletter that has a bunch of great information in it. You can also compete to get into our top 10 standings for season 15, as we just got that started off on the new year. We will be highlighting these new members that just got signed up at PGL.World and should be earning points for season 15 soon.
Absolutely. We want to highlight these players like Tams Maltz 4, Jabber 469, Killian, Rosie 89. We have Tag, Danny Kitty, Bold Moves, McGee, Marlin, Pen 17, Drewski, Frofro, and even City Angel 80. Welcome everybody to the Pilot Gambling League. Make sure you guys are coming out for both specialty nights, MegaSota game night every single Tuesday at 6:40, and our Wild Wednesdays each Wednesday at 7 p.m. at night. You guys definitely want to be coming out. We are just primed and ready for this season 15. We're only 2 weeks into it so far, so you still have so much time left to get a part of this, and you definitely need to go and sign up at pgl.world if you haven't already.
Yeah, get signed up at that site so then we can highlight your name as well. Some of those players that have been earning points all season long, as we have those season 14 finale standings. It starts off with 10th place BNN over at Rumors Bar and Grill Mazeppa, sitting with 1,261,485 points. With 1,268,850 points. In ninth place, it's OE50 at the Stanchion Bar. Ninth place is TTWL69 at the Atomic Star Tavern with 1,317,930 points. With 1,421,599 points. In seventh place, it's Sloppy at Malone's Bar and Grill. Sixth place is Brizo at the Underground Bar and Grill with 1,556,025 points. But before I get into those top five players in those PGL standings, we have a nice winner here.
Freddie at Duffy's Bar and Grill gets to take away that awesome Musco prize, $12.20, going out to you. Nicely done.
Yeah, good job to Freddie. Next up on our great PGL standings as we move into the top 10, fifth place is Rakuda at the Alibi of Gilbert with 1,581,165 points. With 1,592,580 points in fourth place, it's Mad Dog at the Still Wolf. Third place is Yak at the Stanchion Bar with 1,656,875 points. With 2,439,349 points in second place, it's Drumsky at the Underground Bar and Grill. As our number one player should be getting their name engraved on the Pilot Championship Cup, it is Outlaw 21 over at the Boulevard Bar and Grill with 2,818,300 points.
Whoop whoop, nicely done to Outlaw 21. Now into the locations, we have the DeVos Sandbar in Gilbert in 10th place. They sat with 1,606,195 points. Now right ahead of them in a virtual tie in ninth place, it's Super Bowl in Ramsey. They finished the season off with 1,606,700 points. Then with 1,650,115 points on the season, eighth place, it's the Tasty Pizza Bowl and Bowl in St. Francis. Bar and Bowl. In seventh place, we have VFW Spring Lake Park. They are currently sat with 1,776,730 points. Now ahead of them in sixth place for that season, it was the Benton Municipal Liquor Store. They had 1,893,045 points. Ahead of them in fifth place, we have VFW Mankato. They have 1,968,685 points. Fourth place is the Oleander Saloon in Mankato. They had 2,246,865 points. Now ahead of them is the Stanchion Bar in Hamel. They sat in third place as they have 2,925,725 points. Second place is the Boulevard Bar and Grill of Coon Rapids with 3,024,275 points. First place, though, is the Underground Bar and Grill Mankato with 3,995,374 points.
Well, great job to Underground Bar and Grill Mankato taking home all those points in those great PGL standings, as well as Outlaw 21 leading on the player side of those standings. We're just about a few seconds before we are in this game number 10 of Game Day Bingo, as we are in these final three games that me and Jordy will be live with you guys for. We got that 60 ball or less minor prize sitting at a grand total of $99. We got that $1,000 major and $10,000 mega as well, as we got players working on it. As we're working on it, we got a little bit of wild news as they're 17, 17, and 4 on the year. And Marco Rossi scored with 3 minutes and 5 seconds into overtime, and the Minnesota Wild rallied from 3-1 goal deficits to beat the Columbus Blue Jackets 4-3 on Saturday night, giving Marc-Andre Fleury his 551st career win. Fleury, who stopped 25 shots, including one that would have sealed a Blue Jackets win late in the third period, is tied with Patrick Roy for second all time among NHL goalies. Matt Boldy, who had 2 power play goals. Marcus Johansson also scored. Brock Fabers had 2 assists. Fleury was quoted saying, "I'm just happy to win tonight. It's been working out. We've been missing a few guys. We obviously needed points in the standings."
Absolutely. Hopefully, we can get a win under our belt and get back on the winning streak as we go up against the Stars tonight at 7 p.m. If you want to show your support for our Minnesota Wild team, go and check out the great eTab game that you guys can play wherever you play Pilot games. Let's go Wild. Check out that slap shot bonus round as well to try and take home some trophy prizes.
It's always a great time there. We are coming down to the last few balls in this game right here. 3 balls away for quite a few of these players as we're trying to give out this minor prize at 60 balls or less. We'll see if we can do it, as we only got 3 more balls to try and make this thing happen. As Phil M is 1 ball away, we'll see if it goes out at the 60th ball. Moving on to a must-go prize of $22.50, meaning that minor prize will be growing over $100 into our game number 11.
Absolutely, as we have Papa Ken and Shell, as well as twos. They all get to split up $22.50. Nicely done in this great round of Skull Bingo. You definitely guys, or of Game Day Bingo, you guys definitely want to be getting enrolled in this next round. There's not many opportunities that we are going to be here live with you guys for left, so make sure you guys get enrolled in every chance you can.
For sure. As you guys are getting enrolled into this game, I'd like to remind you while playing pilot games, share player photos with us. Whether you're taking home a jackpot prize with that nice message next to your smiling face, or you're playing your ETAB game, you're having a good time playing pilot games with your friends, your favorite bartender, whatever it is, we love seeing those player photos. So share them by directly messaging us on Facebook, by posting them onto any of your social medias with the hashtag pilot games, or by emailing them to jackpots@pilotgames.com.
Absolutely, and you know what? I think we might be getting enrolled in a game number 12.
Is this a game number 12?
Yeah, well, they're going to get enrolled at 55.
I don't. I am I.
I'm almost certain this is going to be the last game, but if not, it'll be a happy little coincidence. We get two more rounds with you guys live, but we
Yeah,
definitely want to make sure we have enough time to talk about every important aspect we have here on the broadcast. So we're going to take a little peek.
we are. This is the
I knew
final
it.
game. You were right on the money. Well, this will be the final game of Game Day Bingo that will be live with you guys for 62 balls or less for that minor prize. So it is looking good as you guys are getting on after it.
But definitely take a player picture if you guys are out there having a blast and send it directly to us. We mentioned it a couple times throughout our show. As you can see right next to me, we have a couple prime examples of some smiling, glorious faces, and we want to see it. If you guys are out there having fun, send those player pictures to us on our Facebook page. You can email them to jackpots@pilotgames.com, or you can post them on any of your social medias with that hashtag Pilot Games.
Absolutely. We do have a bit of Vikings news we could talk about while you guys are getting enrolled into this Vikings themed game. And in that one, we ended up, mulling through interceptions to Cam Sutton and CJ Gardner late in the fourth quarter, ending Minnesota's comeback hopes. The Lions went on to beat the Vikings 30-20 on Sunday. As usual, Jefferson did his part for the Vikings. He had a career high matching 12 catches for a season high 192 yards and a score. Jefferson, who has missed 7 games with a hamstring injury, joined Wes Chandler and Jim Benton as the only players in league history to have 1,000 yards receiving in 10 or fewer games. And Jim Benton did it in 1945, and Wes Chandler did it in 1982. So we haven't had that happen in years, decades. And so really impressive by Jefferson. The kind of output that he did while he was healthy was, just proof that he is the best wide receiver in the NFL. And when we get Kirk Cousins back, it's just going to look that much better.
Absolutely. Well, we do. We love seeing our Vikings play, and it's been fun. But if you guys want to go and show your support for them, go and check out the great ETAB game, Vikings Victory. You guys can pick a lucky letter in the Skull bonus round to try and take home some huge prizes.
Definitely some great stuff there. I'd like to say a happy birthday to Elvis Presley on today. If you share your birthday with Elvis Presley, who Elvis Presley was born in 1935, we shoot you out a little bit of luck for sharing the birthday with the American King of Rock and Roll.
And my favorite one on the list in 1947, we've got David Bowie, the English
Woo-hoo.
rock singer and songwriter. Love him. Did Space Oddity, Ziggy Stardust, Heroes. He was also a mime for a little bit. He was even an actor as he was in Labyrinth and everything. He's a great guy, iconic style, and awesome, awesome makeup.
Yeah, definitely a great just entertainer. Entertainers born on today between David Bowie, Elvis Presley, and
Mhm.
many others. We do have Not Dave over at VFW Spring Lake Park taking home $10,000 on that one. It says $38 and 60 cents in that game, but I'll have to double check in this one as I want to know how much you took home as not Dave. It says $38, but we're going to make sure as we now get enrolled into this upcoming matchup.
Absolutely. As you guys are getting enrolled into this upcoming game of Lucky for Bingo, we're going to be taking a peek and seeing how much Not Dave just got to take home in that final round. Awesome stuff, as he did get to take home $10,000.
Woo!
Nicely done to Not Dave, taking it home in 41 balls or less. We wanted to make sure you weren't getting gypped on that awesome prize. Nicely done. That jackpot is going out into your pocket.
Well, we have even more than $10,000 available in this game right here, so don't miss out. But as you guys are getting enrolled, I have a player spotlight, as WWW over at Katie O'Leary's took home $12,000 this weekend. And over at Katie O'Leary's, they support the Waseca Hockey Association. And their mission is to provide a competitive hockey program that will develop each player to the maximum of their abilities while having fun.
Absolutely. That is an awesome charity they supported while playing. Congrats to all of our players, and a great game to end off with Not Dave taking home $10,000. Make sure you guys continue to get enrolled in Lucky 4 Bingo, and remember, when you play Pilot games, your community wins.